Hello guys, welcome back. Now in this session we are going to discuss about custom validation rule for variable within Terraform. So let's look into the agenda. What are the topics we are going to cover in this session? So in this session basically we will start with the demo, and with the help of demo we will understand that what actually the custom validations are. We will also discuss about why to use custom validation, and then we will also understand how to create the validation for variables. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code where we will discuss all these things with the demo. So guys, we are into the Visual Studio Code, and this is the same code or say same demonstration which we have seen earlier. In this file we are writing the code to create an EC2 instance. So before directly jumping into the topic of custom validation, I wanted to reiterate the point which we have discussed so far. We have seen that if we want to pass the value as a variable, we need to create the variable. For example, for this case I am going to create a variable image ID, and here we will specify that what kind of variable it is. So for that I am going to specify image ID, and we need to also specify the type of the variable. This we already know that, and if we want to pass any value, so we should come over here and we will specify the value for that. For this case I am going to tell that image ID. So there is nothing new over here. This we already seen that. But for example, and suppose if anybody have done some mistake over here, instead of AMI it has mentioned something like any of the values which is not specific to the Amazon image ID. So how do we control such scenario where we can guide the user he should use AMI with hyphen? So how we can compel the user to use such kind of a syntax? So here the custom validation comes into the picture. So let's look into that, how we can write the custom validation. To write the custom validation we need to write it within the variable block. So over here we have written wrong spelling, sorry for that. So here you need to specify something called validation. There is a keyword validation we should use first, and within the validation block we should specify the condition. So here we need to specify the condition, and what we want to check that the length of the variable should be greater than 4. So we need to specify over here length var dot, and over here we are telling that image ID it should be greater than 4, and there is another condition we need to check that the substring is containing AMI or not. That also we want to check. So here we need to specify the condition. So we will tell that var image ID comma 0 to 4 whether it is matching with AMI hyphen. If it is not matching this condition, then it should throw error. So here we can mention that error underscore message, and we will tell that the image ID value must be a valid AMI ID. As we know that all the Amazon machine image is having this syntax, all the images start with AMI hyphen, and we will tell that ID starting with, and here we should tell AMI hyphen backslash. So that's it. So this is our error message. Now save all the file over here, and now let's run it. So how do we run it? As usual, we need to click on terminal, and over here we need to first use Terraform init enter. So it is installing the required provider. So it has downloaded and installed the required provider. So now we will go and we will write Terraform plan. So far we don't have any issues. Why? Because we are passing the variable, we are passing the values which image ID is expecting. So now let's look into, suppose that if we are passing any of the haphazard value over here. So let's look into the error message, what actually it is raising. So let's again write Terraform plan and enter, and over here you will see that it has throw the error which we have specified. The image ID value must be valid AMI ID starting with AMI hyphen, that we haven't mentioned over here. So make sure that you are specifying same values which it expecting. So here I will mention AMI hyphen, then it will accept the values which we are passing to the variable. So now let's run it again and let's look into the configuration. So now this time it has successfully executed and given us the configuration plan, and you will see that over here we are getting the AMI ID which we have specified over here, and this is what I wanted to demonstrate you in this session. So let's sum up the session. So guys, in this session with the demo we have understand that what actually the custom validations are, and we have also understand that why to use the custom validation whenever if we want to compel the user to use the certain rules. On that time we can use the custom validation, and we have also done the lab where we have understand that how to create the custom validation on variable within Terraform. So on this note I am stopping over here. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye, take care.